What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the first video on the Unreal Outdoors channel. I'm going to do some practice today because it is the end of October and the rut is coming and big bucks are going to start moving. So I was going to shoot the bow a little bit and decided that why not for the first video on this channel I show you guys what's going on, what my bow setup is and my arrows and stuff like that. So start with the bow. I have a PSE Bow Madness 32 in the camo pattern. Got this bow from the Barn Archery in Martinsville. So if you're close to the Martinsville area, Martinsville, Indiana, and you're looking to get you some hunting supplies for archery shooting, anything really, go to the Barn. They'll take care of you. They took care of me on this, even though it's a used bow. They treated me real well and did me good. So real nice bow. Set up pretty well. I mean, it was set up pretty well for when I got it. So the guy that had it before me wasn't too far off of what I like to have mine set at. Draw length was pretty well the same. The poundage was good. It's only 66 pounds. 66 pounds. I kind of want to go up to 70, but for it being the first time I've shot in so long, I couldn't really get too upset about that. So came with a nice Helix quiver. It's kind of an odd design. Never really seen it. Let me just kind of show you guys real quick. So to get it on, you gotta pull this lever back and run the back on first and cinch it down. But it doesn't move, it doesn't rattle, it doesn't vibrate, so it comes off pretty easy. So it did me. It's not too bad. I really don't mind having it. It's a nice quiver. It's better than a smaller one. It's got some good spacing, stuff like that for your arrows to sit in. So my arrows, I'll just show you one with the broadhead on it because the field tips don't matter. My arrows are Gold Tip Hunter XT. I was actually looking at these arrows for the other bow I took in to have done for me, but then I found this and I was like, well, I guess I'll bring one and I'll leave with one. These arrows were the ones I was looking at before, and I got lucky and they came with this one, and that just kind of sweetened the deal for me, kind of saved me some money on some arrows and give me a good bow in the process. I have the Muzzy broadheads, kind of like a shuttly design, I guess. I went out hunting yesterday and my rages kept acting up, and I wasn't really a big fan of rages to start with, but they were kind of acting up and the collars were kind of letting them open a little bit. So I was like, I need to go get something else before this evening. So I kind of picked up the, you assemble these yourself. They're Muzzies, but you put them together yourself, and decided to shoot around with them too. They shoot really good. They feel really good out of the bow. So can't really hate that too much. If you're kind of just looking for a cheap option, you can get these. You put them together, you can kind of make sure they're put together well, and you get this little tool that's sitting on my rangefinder right here, so I can do some shooting here in a minute. But comes with a little tool to tighten them down, stuff other like that. So yeah, and then got lucky. Came with 3 arrows, had red Luminox on them. Didn't realize how useful these were. While sighting in my bow, it helped a lot to know where it's flying, how it's flying, stuff like that. So Luminox are good to have. That's my first time having Luminox on any of my stuff, so I actually probably just leave this out because I got to change it to a field tip here in a minute anyways. Release-wise, we have a Scott Shark 2. I was doing a lot of research on releases and kind of came down to Scott. Was not really the cheapest, but the better of the one, like kind of like the midway, not stupid expensive, not stupid cheap, and it is done real well. I've shot a lot with it already. It's pretty quiet. I mean, other than kind of it really just moves for you a lot, and I mean that helps, but it is pretty loud unless you're, if you're holding it how you're kind of supposed to without it making noise, it doesn't do too bad. On this bow, I guess I'll just kind of show you some things. New archery products, stabilizer, AXT sight, and a Trophy Ridge medium whisker biscuit. I do intend on changing all that after I get the strings and cables changed. I didn't need to this time, thankfully. But next time I take them in, I'm going to put a drop away and a new Trophy Ridge sight, because I really, really do like Trophy Ridge sights. I don't know why, but I had it on my old Bear, and they were just so clear and easy to, I thought it was a good one. So without breaking the bank, which is kind of what most of this channel is about, is not having kind of like the luxury some of these other bow hunters on YouTube have. I mean, not to down them all. Like, I'm sure they've earned their way. Like, I hope we earn our way someday. I respect all of them, but I don't have sponsorships to give me bows, and I don't have arrow sponsors to give me really nice arrows and stuff like that. So I'm kind of just doing what I got, using what I got to get me out there. So yeah, and this is what I have. I had this out for the shoot, but I guess I'll just show you guys. It's a Bushnell Tour V5 rangefinder. It's really made for golf, but they all do the same thing. I plan on getting a different one when I get some binoculars too, because I don't have any of those. I'm gonna get some Bushnell ones as well, and then probably take care of all that. I don't really intend on getting rid of this bow for a while, because it shoots really good, and I'll show you guys here in a minute. I'm not really sure how I'm gonna set that up for you guys to see the best. I'll probably just shoot some clips and throw some clips in there, but yeah. So PSE Bow Madness, got it from the barn in Martinsville. So like I said, if you're from around here, around Spencer, Indiana, and Martinsville not too far, look them up, give them a call, they'll take care of you. It's a little small shop, really. It was based in Indiana, or in Spencer to begin with, kind of near Gosport area, but they decided to move to a bigger place, and that's where they decided to go to. So yeah, so I'll get a couple clips of me shooting, and then kind of like a little review, I guess, if you guys have a PSE on Bow Madness at all, or if you're kind of looking towards a certain style, I guess. And this is the style I prefer. I took a Mission in, the Mission seemed a little too roundy for me, I guess. I like the more aggressive looks on my bow. So yeah, so let me get ready, start shooting, and I'll show you guys some clips. So as you guys can see, I have my 10 set up pretty good. Pretty good grouping right there. Red Luminox are really nice to have. I'm gonna push it back to 20 and see what we can't do with that. So I think, my 20s are okay. Some adjusting here and there would help a little bit. I did kind of shoot with some little wind gusts, but that's not really an excuse. But that was right in the center there was my first round of 20s, so not bad. Would kill a deer. I just would rather these groupings be a lot tighter. Also could be from me not being as steady as I should be, but we all figure it out as it comes time. So I'm gonna bump back to 30 and work my way down and call it a day. So I decided to change this up a little bit. I shot 2 for center, and from 30. It's not terrible, but need to practice a little bit more. That's what practice is for. Not used to shooting 30s. My Bear didn't really shoot 30s, so yeah, I wasn't sighted for 30s. So maybe a little bit of adjustment for that. Maybe go up maybe half a click or so, and then Went for this top left on this one. Missed by a little bit. I think I kind of pulled myself, which is something I shouldn't do, but yeah, that'd probably be a little too far low, so probably going to shoot another group of those and then move to my 20 maybe, and then shot my last one for this top right. Didn't miss by much. Not upset about that at all. If that was a deer's heart, we dropped it almost. So yeah, I'm not too upset with this grouping. These two I'm pretty happy with. If that's going towards center, pretty close together, pretty solid, and then maybe work on my left targets a little bit more, and then maybe try to dial in my right as well. So probably gonna move up to my 20. Probably won't record the 20, and then probably won't record the 10, and then we'll talk about the bow a little bit more, and then we'll call it good. Well, pretty solid practice session for me, really. I feel good about it. Only having this bow a couple weeks, I do feel like I had some all right groupings and okay moving targets like I did. Moving to the left, top left, and the top right, and then on my way back, I went to the bottom. After I shot another 30, hit both bottoms all right. So about the same, roughly the same area, high on one, and kind of all right on that black ring. So 20's good, 20 feels good, my 10 feels really good. Obviously 10's gonna feel really good, but I'm happy with my 20. That's my mid-range, and hoping I can pull a deer out in 20 yards and smoke it. So bow feels really good, great bow, I love it. PSE made a real good bow. I like the arrows are real nice. I think I'm gonna probably get me a new set of them. These are shooting just fine, but I think I'd like to have a new set, or at least another dozen, and have these as backups, since I know how these shoot, and then I can continue to practice with the new ones and make sure those feel right and stuff like that, just so I have, fresh arrows and such. So yeah, I feel like we're sighted in all right. It could be a little bit better, but we'll just make some adjustments and playing around with that for a little bit. But that being said, hopefully I can get you guys out a video this weekend or sometime this week. Out hunting, maybe another practice session, just whatever I feel like needs to be taken a video of. Hunting trips more. I plan on going to Green Sullivan, like I said, I think in the intro there. So yeah, so with that being said, I appreciate you guys watching this video. Please leave a like and subscribe, a comment for any videos you might want to see in the future. And yeah, I appreciate it, and I will see you guys on the next one.